Come on. I'm trying to get back to where it was. My computer took crap on me. Let's see. I don't want the creative video. I want my video. Ah, what in the world? I'll get back to my page here. We shall see here. My channel. Okay. Let's go have a muted SID. Okay. I'm back. Stupid computer. Pain in the butt. Come back in and says your live stream has been shut off because your computer went to sleep. Slacker. That was going for quite a while too. We had like 2 hours and 5 or 6 viewers and a little bit of interaction. I'm new to this, so I'll learn. Hopefully I'll be able to make enough money doing this to get me a new computer. What's the live control? What's that deal? My audio coming through. Got a pretty crappy camera too. One of these days I'll get some good stuff, get some good equipment. Nope. Still working down here. Oh yeah. Cool. Good. Hello. Nikki, right? Could be wrong. I know my video is lagging my audio. We had a good workout going on too. I go to feed the dogs. I come back and my computer's asleep. Keeps it up, it's going to be the next thing I take out to the firing range. Oh, ow. Yeah, my dogs are pestering me and pestering me. And time for them to eat. Nike Golf Dry Fit. Oh yeah, they can be. So I do a lot of my stuff on my iPad because my computer, I never know if it's going to cooperate from one day to the next. And that was last one was a really good one too. For my first one, really, I had never done a Hangout because I didn't know how to work it. And one of the girls come in and told me what I needed to do so I could interact because I was on the Google. The Google Hangout one has a side chat on the side. I thought, well, I guess I'm talking to myself. I didn't know I had to go mute my YouTube channel video and all that good stuff, but you know now. Got a lot of work done. Little, yeah, I use my phone or my tablet to list on. I usually just use the computer for when it's working for this, and I use it for my haul videos and stuff like that. And I started using I got a laptop too, bringing that in here, but it doesn't work with my old printer and all that, so I have to suffer through this. But usually I just use this computer to print my packing slips and my shipping labels and do my eBay uh, that. So, but yeah, I'm Laurie, the Thrifty Picker. I've been in some of your guys' hangouts, which I really enjoy. Um, that's like I was telling the girls in the last one. Seems like I get more done when I'm in one of the hangouts or watching one of the hangouts, interacting a little bit, because I'm not here by. I don't feel like I'm by myself. Well, actually, I am. I'm home by myself right now, with the exception of the dogs. But it seems like I get more done when I feel like there's actually people around. I don't know why that is. Oh, fit. And hello. Yeah, they do make it nice. It's like having an office full of people, I guess. We got two, and who else is in here? Two people. It's nice when you get hung up on something like I didn't know how to spell sequin, the little shiny little things. I kept spelling it the other way and it wouldn't come up with nothing, so I was like, how do you spell sequins? And somebody told me. I should know after all the dance costumes I had to do. When my daughter was in competition dance, she was young. It's just one of those words that you never remember how to spell. Here we go. I sell clothing, shoes, TV plug and play, games, and coffee mugs. I was at a point where I was selling anything I can get my hands on, and I just got to be overwhelmed with inventory. I had a storage unit. I had a 10 by 14 shed packed full of totes and shelving, and we bought the new barn, a 10 by 14 lofted barn, wooden barn, and I converted half of that for inventory. After giving up some of her garage space for my inventory to help support me in what I was doing, and it was just getting overwhelming. I was going from here, all these different locations, pulling stuff. Um, Hi, Valerie. Yeah, my computer decided to take a nap on me while I went and fed the dogs. Anyway, um, um, it just got to be too much, and I was, like I said, running all over the place. And so it's like I was saying earlier, I sat down and looked through my sales from the time I started till now. What items sold the most for me? And it comes down to those four items, something that sells on a regular basis, day in and day out. You know, so I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So I went and I pulled everything else. I was selling, like, for instance, the Texas Instruments calculators. I probably had 50 of those. I was selling video games, the Guitar Hero controllers, the Guitar Hero games. I had puzzles, books, all kinds of stuff, and it wasn't moving, and it was just taking up space. And I got to the point where I could not buy anymore because I was out of room. I mean, I even had totes in my bedroom, and I thought I got to do something. So I just took all that stuff out of my store. Um, Decided, okay, I had a big yard sale, sold what I could, and the rest I donated to the church for the rummage sale. So, me, yes, me, right? Yes. Normally I have like a fedora on and a bandana or something, a ball cap or something. But yeah, Periscope. I got tired of doing Periscope though because too many trolls. They come on there and say some of the most rude, crudest stuff, and it just gets under my skin. I get aggravated with them. And I said, So I thought I'm gonna try the Google Hangouts. So I started watching your all stuff and some of the others, and I had always watched those. um, Pinching Pesos and Alabama Pickers, Golden Finger Picker, and his wife Kim, and Nicole State. I thought, I want to try to, other than just doing the haul videos, I said, I think I would like to try my hand at these hangouts and, interact with some of the other resellers. There's a few around here. Cincinnati Picker isn't far from me. He's actually in Mainville, which is probably about 20, 25 minutes from me. I watch his stuff. He's actually come to my yard sale. I didn't, that day, I seen YouTube videos that said Cincinnati Picker, and I didn't know who he was at the time. And I started watching. I thought, God, that guy, he's awful familiar. And it dawned on me, well, he's going to my yard sale. So, but yeah, I'm just glad I revamped my inventory because it just got to be so overwhelming. And like I was telling earlier, I just had a basic store at the time, and I had 1,500 items. And basic store, you only get like 250 free listings, I think. So my free listings were getting eaten up by when my stuff would roll over after 30 days. So anytime I would list something, I'd get that charge, and I don't know why. And I started paying more towards fees than what I was bringing, that I was getting to keep. I thought, something's going to change here. So I moved up to the next level of store to where you get the 1,000 free listings. And then when I cut my store inventory in half, I constantly have a free listing. You know, they're either going to cover my rollovers or cover what I'm actually listing every day. So now I went from paying $400 or $500 in fees to 102 or so. Better, I get to keep a lot more money. So, but it was that I don't know why it never dawned on me before that was my problem, part of my problem. So, um, I'm glad I did that. So now I'm trying to keep my listings 700 or below, um, and I have my inventory all. I have to unstack because I've got a very bad back. I've got a cage in my back. I've got degenerative disc disease in my back and arthritis, all that stuff. But I've got titanium cage built around my lower spine, and it was getting to where I had stacks of totes, you know, and usually everything I needed was on the bottom. So I'd have to either do it myself or wait for somebody to come help me. And you know, my daughter didn't get home until after 3, which she just lives right across the street. Doesn't get home until like 7, so I'm like, I've got to do something. And then Teresa, she's my bestie, my roommate. She doesn't get home. You know, I never know when she's going to get home. She's a dietary manager of a nursing home, so her hours are all over the place. So that's when I made the decision to downsize and streamline what I was doing, and it's working. So um, it works for me, and I like it. And it's like, you know, I have everything in a place for everything. I can monitor what my inventory is as far as they're all in their own tote. I can, by looking at that tote that I need, I can fit about 15 more shirts in that. So when I go to the thrift shop, I know to zero in on Brooks Brothers or zero in on Ralph Lauren. I still pick up stuff that I know is going to turn me $1 into quite a bit. Um, I'll still do that. And I'll still check out dumpsters because um, I posted on the reseller squad. It asks when you have to fill in to join the page, your best pick or whatever. Well, mine was a dumpster dive. I I, I found it was 74 cases of Crest Sensi strips, a full case of 3 of the Oral-B 500 Pro Series Bluetooth toothbrushes, and the handle, and then there's the display handles that they send out to the dentist to display the power handles for those. So I had 6 of those. I sold all 3 of the 60 a piece, and then I've been selling the Sensi strips for $15.99 a case, and I just shipped out my 15th case this afternoon. Was picked up. So um, one of the handles uh, out and another case. So I mean, it's just like that. I'll grab, um, but I'm not going to do it like I did before. I'm just going to streamline it. It's all organized. I know where everything's at. I have an inventory system that I work by where the number, all the totes are numbered. Get an item in, like for instance, you know, the shirt. I write it down in the item. I have a location where it's going, for it, the tax, the total, all of that. Just streamlining everything. Which I had the same inventory system before when I had a big bunch of stuff. But yeah, it's just so much easier, and I can move around in my office now. I had stuff in here I could barely turn my chair. I mean, crazy. And I'm speaking of turning things. I'm gonna go check on my dogs real quick. I'll be right back. No, keep going. You stay out of there. You don't need to be in there, Rosie. All right. You remember me from the hat? Oh, don't tell me it's doing it again. Oh no, that's just my video is lagging. I thought maybe it was pausing again. Um, I still wear the hat and the bandana, just not today. I didn't feel like it. Oh. Yeah, I think my next goal, other than paying off my credit cards, is to get a new computer. I want those all-in-ones. Um, we just got one for Teresa for school. Hey, that looks like my shirt. For performance? No. Oh, yes, it is. Same shirt. Well, maybe not quite. Auction. What kind of auction are you going to? I love auctions. Actual auction, yeah. I like going. 50 Yonzies. Oh, man. I wish I could go thrift shopping. I still have a whole tote out there I gotta work through first. Well, I can't say it's a whole tote, but still it's a tote. That's got at least 15 or 20 items in it. I have I have not let myself go thrifting until I get what I've bought processed and put away. I know how hard that is, especially when you know the first Monday of every month is 50% off, and then they have this. They put these racks outside. They're like 49 cents. It's like, oh my god, it's going for 49 cents. And of course, we have a new outlet closer to me than the other one. Someone like that. Oh. I haven't tried the new Markdown Manager yet. I was running sales like crazy, and then before I started doing the revamping of my inventory, just trying to get rid of old stuff. I had one guy had a Oscar De La Renta suit jacket, and it was missing a button, and the lining had tears on the inside. Which I took pictures of it, and I put it in the description, and in the seller's notes, and in the title, and I had it on for $10. I got it for free. So anything I can get out of it, I was happy just to move it. Well, he bought it, and then he sends me a message saying that it was a piece of junk. It had holes in it, was missing buttons, and I just sent back, said, "Did you not read the title or the description or look at the pictures?" Never heard nothing back from him. I said, "Put that stuff on there for you to look at it, not just to." eBay's been very glitchy. Was it one day last month? I sold a pair of shoes, and the lady, she didn't, she had an issue with them, right, or something, and I told her to just, you know, she said, "What can I do?" I said, "Open a return request, and I'll approve the return." Well, she did, and it wouldn't let me send her a label. Actually, able to buy a label and then they can print it out. It wouldn't let me. So I called eBay, and they said I have to call the postal service to do it that way. I said, why? What's the problem? And they said, well, it's a glitch with the system. I said, well, how is that my problem? I said, can't you guys just upload a label on your end? Does it have to come from me? You'd have all my information. No, we can't do it that way. I'm like, okay, whatever. So, and then there was a problem with the woman's address with USPS, which I didn't have that problem when I shipped it. I forget what, so it wasn't, I can't remember the word that USPS used. It come up on the thing. So I contacted the buyer. I said, I hate to say this, I said, but I cannot upload there's any way you can ship it back and I'll just reimburse you. And she got a little huffy about that. She was not happy about that at all. And I said, I said, I will reimburse you. No problem there. I said, there's nothing I can do on this end. I felt like eBay then. Nothing I could do. But I tried to get her a label and it just wouldn't do it. What is that word? It's going to drive me nuts now. But anyway, we got it worked out. She's still not happy. She'll probably still leave me a negative, but eBay said that they would take the negative off because it was a problem on their end. In the first place, I was like, you damn right you're going to take it off. It's not my fault you can't keep your system under control. So, but she never did. Anyway, I'm not saying she won't remember and pop on there and leave me negative feedback. Let's see, category. Yeah, I think I like the Google Hangouts a lot better than Periscope. Periscope, there's a lot of there. Most generally, the ones that come in here, I notice are just people that are subscribed or, which is good. But Periscope, there's strange people on there, which, I'll probably still do it from time to time, but I don't know what that kind of nonsense. I mean, they weren't in there to learn anything about what we were doing, so they really didn't need to be in there. One guy got mad because I couldn't speak Portuguese, or I can't hardly say the word, let alone speak it. You get mad at me because I can't speak your language? How about you try speaking mine? Let's see. Is that polyester? There's a tag in here somewhere. Oh. What I hate is when they make changes. When just get used to doing it one way, then they turn around and change it around. It's like, just learn how to do it this way. You can change it on me. I got to learn all over again. You really can't complain. I mean, where else can you reach millions and billions worldwide, of people and sell for, if you have a brick and mortar store, you're anchored to whatever region you're in, wherever, unless you have a website or whatever. But then you're still paying your brick and mortar, all that overhead, your taxes, your insurance, your water, your electric, all that stuff. And then if you have a website, you have to pay somebody to design it, unless you know how to do it yourself. And then you got to generate people to that. And uh, no, I wouldn't hold my breath either. The term blue. I don't think they have ever called me back when they said they would. Hey, get out of here. Nosy. Yeah, me too. It's a love-hate relationship. I mean, if they would just have an actual customer service and not send it out to wherever it is a call center to take care of your problems, because they're all looking at the same piece of paper. Ask a question that's not on their paper, they can't answer it. I'm sorry, but that's not on here, so we can't help you. Somebody that speaks English and you still can't understand them either. A redneck in there or something, or or somebody that sounds like me. Hello, the comfortable life, or I think they call you TCL. If you're wondering, those that were watching earlier, they know my camera's over here, my computer's over there, so I keep looking over that way to check the chat. That, and I have ADHD, and if something goes by the window, I'm going to look. Ooh, leaf. Go away. My cat, you know, grouch. I don't mind him coming in here to lay, but when he comes in, he wants to climb all over everything, and I can't stand that. He's an old man now. He's like 15 years old. Probably can even jump up on the table. Charles. Hi, Charles. How are you? And I appreciate it. I'm a newbie to the on-air Hangout stuff, so um, I'll learn. I'm just it's a challenge. I love a challenge. That's a big shirt. Go. I don't trust you. Get out of here. Sneaky little dude. Love my animals, but not. I don't sneak around and climb up on my eBay stuff. He's bad for that. And the barking starts. Yeah, I don't like the drama. I just think it's nonsense. And there's drama everywhere you go. I know that. I mean, field. I know that for sure. Um, drama everywhere. Right. But I like finding groups that have no drama. They just want to come in and hang out and do the work and have a good time. That's what I like. And not one person thinks they're better than the other. They just work together and have fun. That's my philosophy. Because we all have our own areas of expertise, or not really expertise, but own areas of knowledge. Some people might know a little bit more, but then some people might know even more than you. So I think I learn something every day. I thought I knew a lot about. I learned something new. I like that. My brain is a sponge. What was it? I truly believe that when you list, you sell. List, sell, sell, sell. Because I know when I took off like 2, 3 weeks to work through my revamping my inventory. I didn't list nothing, and I didn't sell very much either. Yeah, I've been doing eBay since 1998. I've told some of the others that were in the earlier. I started out as a reseller. I've been doing it probably my entire life because my parents used to do it. They used to do antiques, reselling, or they would refurbish antique furniture. So, and mom, she loved glasswares and stuff, the antique glasswares and stuff like that. So I learned a lot from them growing up. So when eBay hit the scene, I was already familiar with buying and selling. I just had never done it on that type of platform. But I was basically in vintage toys, Hot Wheels, which is a toy, but the red line Hot Wheels, old vintage glass, baseball cards and stuff like that. And I kind of had television, just buying that stuff. And I didn't make a lot of. I made money, but I didn't make a lot of money at it because I didn't do it every single day. I just whenever I come across something, I say, "Oh, I can sell it on eBay." I'd pick it up, I'd sell it. All over the place or nothing like that. It's just that I know, like when I'm out thrifting or whatever, or and just or at the flea market, it's like, oh, that guy's got that for $1. I think I'll get that. Point where eBay started getting growing and growing and growing, um, to the point where I think eBay started in either '94 or '95. It was still kind of in its new stages, but as it goes on, people start realizing that um, they started learning the value. They started learning that they could get on eBay and research the item they had. I'm selling this for $1 when it's worth 30. That's the wheels start turning for people like that. So it was harder for me to find those deals on the Red Line Hot Wheels and the uh, Pyrex and the, baseball, rare baseball cards and stuff like that, normally know the value of what they had, were now learning the value of the things they had. It was harder to find deals. So I just kind of dabbled in it. I'd find, every now and then I'd find a piece at the thrift shop or something. Like I found a book for 99 cents. It was called The Phantom Rickshaw. It was Rudyard Kipling. 9 cents for it. Well, I sold it on eBay for $100. So, I mean, it's just rare finds here and there. And it wasn't until 2014 that I'd come across the videos of the Gill Daddy and Gill Mama. And there went, I'm thinking, they're selling this kind of stuff. What else sells, Never would have in my life would have thought a used clothing other than vintage used clothing would have sold. Just your basic, just Ralph Lauren. I would have never thought to put that on there until I come across these. And the guy that sells the shoe guy, I can't remember his name. And it kind of took off from there for me, and I started realizing that there was a world of opportunity for me as far as my love for thrift shopping and flea marketing and making money. I was like, hey, I can do this, and I've been doing it this way ever since, and I love it. Like had said before, I worked in manufacturing for 22 years. I was a supervisor. I'd go in at 4 o'clock in the morning and not get to come home till sometimes 8 o'clock at night. So I was there all those hours working. Like we did school supply stuff. We did the marker boards and chalkboards and easels and directory cabinets and display cabinet, you name it, for offices and schools. We built it. So I was constantly on my feet, constantly moving, constantly having to do this, that, or the other. So back went bad, and I had to have surgery and all that, and could not do that anymore. I didn't know what to do with myself. So for a long time, I just kind of fell into a depression, gained a ton of weight, and then I found this new way of doing eBay. And it's just like revitalized me. It's brought me out of my chair, off my ass, and out working. I feel like I got a purpose. So it's makes me feel good. I think somebody had mentioned that earlier in your guys' hangout this morning about how you're bringing joy to somebody by finding that item of clothing or that pair of shoes, or for me that coffee mug, that they may have lost, or they got damaged or something. I like it. I like doing that. It's fun. Yeah, don't chat and drive. We can't do that. I think so lazy ain't nothing I don't know. Well, I got that way for a long time, for many years after that. But eBay's helped me move forward. I wasn't depressed anymore. I had something to do, and I love doing it. Dad said this, and I know it's been said all the time that if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. It seemed like work, but it's actually, to me, I enjoy it. I've learned something today. And especially with all the hangouts and all the resellers out there, there's so many resources out there and people willing to help. I like to take what I learned and pass it on to others, because I figure there could be somebody else that was in my same situation that a little bit of knowledge that they can take it and run with it, because there's so much stuff out there. I don't do the haul videos anymore. I used to. But I don't anymore because there's so many haul videos being done. I just like getting in and talking with everybody now. And on eBay in '95, selling in '98 because of severe health shutdown for 5 years. Or for me buying, converted it to my store now. Probably easier to handle the one store, isn't it? I don't know if I can handle 5 stores or how many for 5 minutes. Yeah, I could only handle one. um, I love it. I like what I. It's like a treasure hunt. You know, even though some of it's clothing, and you still find that one thing that you know is going to make you some money. Um, them silly Billy Bass things you hang on the wall. I just saw one two 2 weeks ago. I knew it was going to make me money. I'd gone to the thrift shop. We went there looking for notebooks for Teresa for school because they always have all kinds of school supplies in our thrift shop. You can get a stack of them for like $1. You said you're not going to buy anything. I just kind of like rolled my eyes. And I was like, well, I'm going to go look around. She says, you said you weren't going to buy anything. I said, I didn't. I said, I'm going to go look around. So I went looking around and I found that Billy Bass. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I know the lady behind the counter. And I went up and I said, hey, batteries. So she dug around under the counter and gave me some batteries to check it. I was like, okay, I'll buy it. So she's like, you said you weren't going to buy anything. I said, I have to buy this. I said, it's only $1. And I shipped it out last week. I sold it for $32.99. Doesn't it feel good to be able to quit putting money in somebody else's pocket and put it in your own? That's awesome. You know, it's like I told Teresa, I said, if I would never go back to the workforce again, putting money, making somebody else rich. I said, I would just up my game even higher on eBay. I said, I would make it work. I would make whatever I had to do to make more money. I said, but I'll be damned if I go back to work. If I'd have known, if I knew now, if I'd have known then what I know now, when I started on eBay, I would have quit that job a long time ago, and my back would probably still be in good shape. My heart would still be in good shape, because that's hereditary. But I've got congestive heart failure, and I was literally heading towards my because I just didn't want to do nothing. Didn't want to get up, and I had no reason. I had no reason to get up out of my chair, and other than to go to the bathroom and get something to eat. That's about it. Well, I did walk the dogs, but I got to the point where I couldn't because I couldn't hardly breathe. I have asthma, so I mean the heavier I got, the worse it was for me. So I can say eBay helped me out a lot. You know, and what started it was I was looking for thrift hunters. I loved watching that show. Jason T. Smith. I like listening to him talk. I like his voice. And so that's who I was looking for. I was looking for episodes on YouTube, but I come across the GilDaddy videos, which I don't think they even do videos anymore. I say a lot. So I'm finding that GilDaddy video and all the others that I found that day. I mean, I was glued to YouTube. I had it on my Roku, and I just kept flipping through, watching video after video, and just taking it all in and taking notes. I was writing stuff down, and just the gears were spinning. The lights were, I mean, it was like fireworks going off. I was all excited. She's like, "What in the world's gotten into you?" You're not gonna believe this. I said, we gotta go thrift shopping this weekend. I wanted to go right then and there, but we couldn't. It was like Thursday, so I had to wait till Saturday. And because I really wanted to go, so I could spend the entire day doing it. And I told her what my plans were. She's like, "What?" She says, "People buy used clothing and shoes?" I said, "Yeah, among other things." And I started showing her, and she's like, "Oh, you can do this." I was like, "I know I can do it." And I was all excited. You know, I went and I probably spent $100 for a shop, and it was like 50% off day, so I got all the clothes for 50% off. So I come home, and I've been doing it ever since. And then I got my sister involved. She likes to go with me thrift shopping, and love church Roman sales. That's the best place to get clothing. She on the fill a bag. And I said on my other one video, we had this little thrift shop um, in town, and they had a $3 fill a bag. And if you haven't watched one of my videos, you're going to enjoy this. He hands me this Kroger bag, the little plastic ones. I said, "What's this for?" He says, "Whatever you can get in it for $3." Teresa says, "Oh my God." He says, "You're going to wish you hadn't said that." That's why. She says, "You'll find out when we come back to checkout." I got 35 shirts in that bag. I rolled them up so tight, it looked like that was big around as a toilet paper roll. And I had them shoved down in that bag, and it was bulging, but I was still carrying it. He's like, "How many you got in here?" I said, 35. He's like, "Oh my God." He said, "I'm glad I didn't say that was shoes." So I've been going like this ever since. I love it. It's fun. And then finding the whole community on YouTube and all the resellers groups, the hangouts and stuff. It just makes it even more fun to me. CF because of death more than once. Like watching my brain change functions, and I'm not real swift upstairs. I have no balance. I I have to when I'm putting my pants on in the morning. I have to lean against something because I have no balance. I don't know what caused that. I don't know if it's high blood pressure. Maybe it had something to do with it or what. But I no longer have any balance. Um, I can still ride the motorcycle, but I don't anymore. I still can. But as far as standing balance, I'll be walking on something. I have no balance, so I can still drive and stuff like that. I do that. And that's another thing. eBay helped me get a new truck. Not brand new, but it's new to me, and I love it. It's big red, um, which I think I've done a few Periscope videos from Big Red. Um, I can get a lot of stuff in Big Red. Oh, that's like when my sister will go to estate sales. We always take Big Red because she's looking for a bed for her. So I always know that when I say let's go to estate sale, I know I'm driving because she wants that. She wants to find a nice bed for her house. I think I've got like 40 drafts wrote up today. Well, no, between today and yesterday, I have about 40 drafts. I still got to take photos, but that's nothing. It's the drafts that take the longest, I think. Speaking of drafts, I have a keg out the bar. I can go sit out there later on this evening and here. All right, let's see what we got here. Right, specifics. Nike. Sports. Golf. That's Teresa said these Google Hangouts are just right up. Yeah, they were hiding in here with me. High fishing and picking. I'm the new hangout on the block. Hey, I thought you were driving. Oh. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying now. Oh, Teresa said these Google Hangouts would be perfect for me because I tend to be long-winded. I was like, well, when you sit here by yourself all day long, the only thing to talk to is the dogs, and they don't talk back. It's good to find people to talk to. They look at me like I'm crazy. Unless it's until it's feeding time. They say, oh, mommy, just and live up on me. I learned how to do the thing where everybody can the little. I call it the Brady Bunch boxes because it's all these little pictures of people on the bottom. I learned how to do that one of these days. Valerie had to show me how to do this part of it because I was in the Google Hangout part that comes up, with the little quotations that turn, and that's the part I thought we did the Hangout in. I didn't realize you could go to your YouTube channel and mute it because I'm in there talking away and there's nobody in the chat. I'm thinking, showed that I had viewers, but nobody was saying anything except going hello. I just had a thought too. We're doing a Halloween party here on the 21st. If I can get internet out there, maybe I can stream it because my band and I are going to be playing. You guys can watch. Maybe. Depends on if I can get it to work or not. Because I got this cool tripod thing for my phone. But we'll see. Oh, no, that's not what I want. I can't get my stick. Okay. My eyeballs are not wanting to focus for some reason. Down. Oh. I have to wash this. It's so much perfume. It's not a good perfume either. Well, I can't say it's good. Not good because it is white shoulders. I don't used to wear white shoulders, but she didn't wear this much. HGB. Never heard of that. Anybody know what that means? You see that? I don't know if you can see it. It says detective work here. It's probably something I've heard of. I'm just not ringing a bell at the moment. down here. Instead of Pennywise, red balloons, we do get balloons with eBay written on them. We all list down here. $99. Lemons. Oh, I have to look at the collar design. Where are my potatoes? What? Okay. That's not it. That's not it. Not it. Uniform. There we go. Good time, Anthony. That is the Queen Anne. There. Ceramic. Queen. Daughter calls that a bat wing sleeve. Upper cover sleeve. Tag in here somewhere. Polyester. Short sleeve. Really? Wow. Huh. Well, I don't need one of those yet. Thank God. They say I'm going to need a wheelchair, a motor on it. I'm going to put flames and a big orange flag on it and be rolling all over the place. I'll be like, oh Lord, here comes that crazy woman on that scooter. AGB women's clothing. And just so y'all know, I'm not a Gordon fan. That's not mine. Um, I actually have two. One is for my nephew for Christmas because he's a Gordon fan, and the other one is the lady behind me wanted me to sell it on eBay, but it's not selling. First for it, I barely get 60 for it. I said I can't. I said I'm not going to put that on and then you don't get what you want for it. Let's see, AGB. AGB. What does AGB stand for? I'm an Earnhardt fan. Yes. Though, Warrior. I like Earnhardt. Haven't watched much NASCAR though. It is a nice jacket, but I wouldn't wear it. Only if I lost a bet. That'd be the only way I'd wear it. Drives for Home Depot too, but I can't remember his name. Last name starts with an L. What is that? What now? Tony. Is it Tony? Jeff Ford. Okay, so we have the square neckline. I don't know if that's an actual name for the sleeve, but or just something my daughter calls her blouse, is Batwing. Yeah, there's another one back in there. The one's a leather one, and then I have a. Oh, then I have a. Stuff all gone now. Oh, tossing stuff for Halloween. Yeah, the one in the front's a leather one, the one in the back's a canvas. Oh, I'll be right back. No. I'm back. What a miss. What was I doing? Oh. Alright, list an item. Women's. Short sleeve. Blouse. Okay. I don't remember what size it was. I'll go find that tag again. She's interrupted my train of thought. She did derailed it. Extra large. This really looks like something that you would find at Fashion Bug. I'm not sure who distributes AGB clothing. Kohl's, maybe? Pre-owned? Oh, I hope I'm not getting sick. I have band practice on Saturday, and it's practicing the songs that I'll be singing. I like Ricky Rudd too, he was cool. The Tide, number 10. Ricky Weird. After, I don't know what to call that. Looks like a box of fireworks went off on it. It's not him, but it's just multicolored. Very nice, very nice. Read the chat. Teresa's home. Dog's barking. Can't fly without umbrella. Did they name that movie? We get so excited. Yep, 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 yep. Alright, Teresa, come inside so they're open barking. Oh. Fixed That's good. One. Five. You know there's a camper across the road, don't you? Move a little further. I have to go move my truck. I'll be right back. As soon as I finish this, then I'm going to move it. So I shall be right back. I'm going to go move it. We got a camper across the street. This means my truck's going to be in the way. Somebody don't know how to drive. Do it again. This has to be washed. Oh, not again. Come on. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this. Shoes. Get the clean shoes. These are some big shoes. Size 15. Wow. I buy the big shoes because I know from experience how hard it is to find shoes to fit someone with a big foot, like my son, for instance. always save papers whenever I get stuff. Okay. If you don't use these for shoes, you should. It's a great. I use them to clean my shoes, just like the patent leather. You don't really use it on the suede or nothing like that, but um, if you can see how right now, but these are Stacy Adams shoes. I got them for a quarter at the quarter option. And I used this stuff to deodorize them. It's by Footworks. It's a nice little product. Antifungal foot spray. So it's good for deodorizing and fungus that's possibly in there. I probably should be wearing gloves to do this because of, I don't know. I get these cleaned up and really nice shoes. I'm not sure how I'm going to wait a minute. Stacy Adams' arm. Muslim. M-U-Z-L-E-N. I don't know who that is. But they were still in good shape, so. One thing I've gotten really good at is cleaning shoes and making them look good. I always suggest in climate controlled areas, if you can keep them in your house, I would do it. Because if they're kept outside, the heat, the humidity, and the moisture works against the that hold the sole of the shoe. Somebody could be walking along after they bought your shoe and the whole sole just fall right off of it or crumble like a eraser. Those old tan rubber erasers. Like the ROTC shoes I used to have to wear. It reminds me of them. They look like them, but they remind me of them. Let's see, I think I got another black pair in here. Sandals. I don't know if you can see how these things are really grungy looking. I should be able to get them clean. Toothbrush. That was just by the way. Just for my washer. Got rid of them. I wonder what I would use in the description of these if you're not allowed to use the word Velcro. It's got a Velcro fastener on it. Use it in the title. I guess I'll call it an adjustable Oh no, I'll just say hook and loop. Hook and loop fastening. There you go. Sure, you use the word Velcro. So there, 3M. I like that. Who was your cousin? Looks so much better. Let's see. Let's see some the buttons. I use anything like this on the soles of the shoes that be sliding all over the place. I always want to use. Polish these because I haven't cleaned this one yet. No, that's why it looks like that. That's why it looks that way. I thought maybe it was. If you're wondering what that noise is in the background, that's my washer. I had to wash that blouse that was saturated in perfume. I don't know why people think they need to that strong of perfume. It's beyond me. I used to watch NASCAR a lot. I don't watch anymore. They keep going the way they are with the NFL right now. NASCAR is about to get a huge fan following. Because they're going to want something to watch on Sundays. Excuse me. Oh, see, these are rubber soles, so I can put alcohol in the bottom of those. I wouldn't put alcohol in the bottom of a leather sole. A lot better than they did when I first took them out of there. Much better, much better, much better, much better. I have to get off here soon because my son-in-law will be home. He's acting like he did before. I'll go check on my dog. He's been fine all day. Oh, yes, that's me. I am the ghost hunter. Yes, that would be me. Alright, so we have some Stacy Adams. Oh, where's my magnifying glass? I can't see that. Sucks getting old. Can't see it, I can't see it. Yep, fishing and picking, that would be me. I am the ghost hunter or paranormal investigator, however you want to call it. Well, if it's doing that, you might need to call in a team that specializes in demonology. Because succubus and incubus are considered demons. There are plenty of groups out there, but don't. A new station alert has arrived. Thank you, Fox 19. Um, don't don't try to interact with it yourself. Don't. What's the word I'm looking for? Don't. That's not good. Hold on, one second. 2, 4, 6, 5, 9. I'm putting in a number here for my shoes. Hold on a second. But yeah, do not provoke it. Do not try to engage with it, interact with it in any way. Um, where are you located? There might be some paranormal teams that I know of that could help you out. If you don't want any team, you don't want to call just any team, especially any that charge money, because that's bull. They charge you anything, slam the door in their face. Usually, when you have, if that's what she's claiming, then it's a good possibility that it's a incubus demon. Um, and we have our way of remembering that, but I'm not going to repeat it. Incubus, succubus, you get the idea. Um, but yeah, that they're considered demons, so that's not something you want to tackle on your own. I would definitely contact another team, a team that specializes in that, and they're especially look in your area. Just put paranormal, demonology, um, investigators, and within your, however, some of them will travel pretty far. Some of them won't. Some of them only want to be within the area. We don't do demonology. We have not trained for that. And I won't take my team into a place that has anything to do with demons because of that. We have not trained the Catholic Church or any of the churches for that matter. We do house cleansings, but that usually has nothing to do with demonology. That's just like a blessing and stuff like that. So I would suggest contacting a team that's well versed in demonology. I mean, does she have any signs of it? Is she scratched or anything like that? Because normally they leave a mark of 3, which is it's they do that because it's mocking the Trinity. Like a scratch, it's usually a scratch of like three lines or something like that. Um, they do that, like I said, they do that to mock the Trinity. But where is it you're located at, F&P? You're fishing and picking? And I might be able to find somebody that could help you. Might be able to hook you up with a team in your area. My feedback's a little bit slower, so now I'm just seeing my hair. I was like I got chops. Right there. There we go. So now I need my shoes book. I think the housekeepers are correct. There are several um, paranormal teams on the coast like that. They'd probably be willing to help you out. Just let me know. I'm sure there's a group that can be willing to help. Taps themselves may be able to come down and help you out. Um, I would definitely go with a team that's fluent in studied demonology and been able to rid homes and stuff like that. Um, you think your housekeeper's on crack? That's funny. Actual signs of being scratched or bruising, in ways that she couldn't do it herself. Um, then I would look into it just to be on the safe side because they can grab you, they can choke you, they can scratch you, and they it's a different form. It's not like what we know of it, It's but very nasty. So yeah, I would definitely keep an eye on the situation, and if it gets any worse, if you think she's just one of those, because sometimes you get one of those. Too many paranormal shows. Yeah, we've had a few come through where we were conducting tours and stuff, and it was like really way over the top, and she's a little nuts. So, but But yeah, just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on her. If things get worse, if you're starting to see noticeable signs of markings and scratches or anything that's, especially in places that she can't reach, you know, always look for the, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Usually, a scratch It's just 3 lines, and it's usually about like that. You have the tall one in the middle and the two lower ones. It's the mark of the Trinity. They're mocking the Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Just let me know. You're part of the reseller squad, right? You can message me on there or whatever. I could do it to get you some help. Do not interact with it. Do not provoke it. That just gives it strength and power, especially if it knows it's got your attention. Now those scratches aren't going to be straight lines. That's just how I drew them, but you get the idea. Adams, Brisbane. Size 14. Yep. Just be attached to items. I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. They can be. If you've ever watched The Haunted Collector with John Zaffis, that's what that show's about. He has a paranormal museum, and he goes to cases and finds items that are causing the problems. So yeah, just like Annabelle, you ever seen them? That's based on an actual event. Annabelle creation, Annabelle the movie. Um, Ed and Lorraine Warren, who did the study of the Amityville horror, the hauntings of the Amityville house, of the Amityville horror. Criminal investigation there, and after all that stuff took place, and I got it's John Zaffis's aunt and uncle, and I think he now has the actual Annabelle doll, which is actually a raggedy thing like what you see in the movies. That was just to make it more scary, but it was actually a Raggedy Ann doll. Let's see if I can find a photo of the doll. Let's see, the actual doll. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this or not. I'll be able to see that, but that's Lorraine Warren. She's with the actual doll um, that is supposedly has a demonic spirit in it. And it's just a regular old doll. So yes, things can get. It's there's there's a there was a story on one of the paranormal shows. It's called the Diddick. My son, hold on one second. Hello. Yeah. Hmm. I'm on. I'm on. Yeah, I'm on air doing a hangout with people that work. What was I talking about before I was interrupted by? Oh, the Dybbuk box. There was a show on A&E about this box this guy bought, and when he brought it home, I guess his mother was like, she got real weirded out by it and told him to get it out of the house. That it had evilness in it. And he's like, it's just a box. She wouldn't let him bring it in the house. Blah blah blah. He ended up selling it I think he sold it on eBay. I'm not sure. And it got to somebody else's house, and all these weird things started happening when they opened it. All this crazy stuff started happening to their house, to them, and so but once they realized that it didn't start happening until they got this box. Once they got rid of the box, things stopped. It just stopped. So, yeah, I do believe things can be um, have attachments to it. Okay, so now I gotta put. Oh, put it down. I forgot to. I don't know what they were. These are. Stacey Adams. Black. Brisbane. Sandal. Yeah, somewhat. Um, yeah, it is. It's based on true events. Um, if you've seen, have you seen Creation yet? It kind of shows how that happens. Because if you haven't seen it, I don't want to give it away. Really good too. But yeah, it's based on true events that happened around that particular doll. Are there signs to look for in your house for ghosts? Well, everyone's going to be different. Every haunting's going to be different. Like for instance, here, I know my parents come and go. Say for instance, I make jewelry, and here's a story. My daughter was in bowling for the high school, and she asked me to make them all a necklace. Um, there was the girls. There was 10 girls. I said okay, and I make them out of Scrabble tile pieces, and I took the Lebanon Warrior uh, head and I made it small and put it on a Scrabble tile. I made 10 of them up, glued them, and I sealed them with the epoxy and all that stuff. I had them all laying on the table, and I put the bales on them. I was getting ready to put the cording on them, and well, the dog had to go out, so I went and let the dog out, and I come back and I started working. And I got 9 of them done. Word, but no piece, no Scrabble tile medallion. I looked all over. I was blaming the cat for knocking it off the counter, and because I wasn't in here working. I was out there before I had all this in here. 2012. So for never did find it, so I ended up having to go to make another one. And so I made another one, got all 10 of them done, and I put them in the bag or in my daughter's backpack to take to school next day. And I went to lay down to go to bed that night. And I sleep on my stomach, and I always put my hand up under the pillow. And got comfortable, slid my hand up there, and I thought, what in the world? I raised up, turned the light on, raised my pillow up, there's that Scrabble top under my pillow. A weeks I'm laying in bed and I have and my computer's messing up again. I have French doors back here, and you got to turn the handle to open the door. You got to turn the handle down to open the door. When you close it, you got to pull it up. I don't know what's going on here, but anyway, I don't know if you can still hear me or not, because now it's just got the circle of me. Um, well, there it goes. I'm laying there. All of a sudden, that door opens on its own. Just 6 o'clock in the morning, the door opens on its own. I'm thinking somebody's coming in on me. Or nobody there. So, one of the two. Most generally, it's just little things like your keys. You put your keys down in a certain place every day, and you come back and they're missing. You know you put them there, or faucets coming on by themselves. And my computer's doing it again. It's doing that little circle thing again. It's just spinning. So I know what that means. My computer's probably about ready to stop it. So if we get cut off, sorry. Quit. Computer's not asleep. I'm moving the mouse. So yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of different things. It just depends on the situation and why they're there. Yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning. You're not. I don't expect my back door to open up on its own. Needs to say I have my CCW license, so you know what I grabbed. I'm not trying to shoot somebody. I would have. But yeah, this is what my computer did earlier before it just totally shut itself down. The video feed paused, and I just get this thing circling in the center of the screen, like it's buffering. I'll stop doing that. Maybe I'll quit. And then my computer shut down. So, but I have a plan to get me a new one. So, hopefully by the end of next month, I'll have enough to get a new. Now it looks like I'm just doing stop motion. Usually, and this, see, there goes again. As far as the demonic side, I've not experienced anything demonic myself, but others that I've talked to and things that I've read, you smell like a really bad sulfur smell when there's something demonic near, and I mean it's pretty. They say it's pretty bad. That's when you light a match. Let's do it again. So we may get cut off. So if we do get cut off, I'll probably be back on tomorrow after everybody else's show. I like to watch everybody else's, and then if nobody else is doing one, then I'm going to get on and do a hangout. So just in case we get cut off a little bit, um, my son-in-law will be home, and I told him I'd go with him. So, yeah, here in about 30 minutes or so. I don't even know if you guys are still seeing or hearing. Yeah, I'll wait till everybody does theirs. shows, and then I'll kind of squeeze them in and do one. So, I don't know everybody's schedule when they do their shows. I hope they kind of like put out a list, and I can make a list so I know who's doing what show when, and then maybe I can start doing. And once I learn how to do it better, and get Brady box bunches or Brady bunch boxes. Say that 3 times fast. You know what I'm talking about? The little people boxes. I call them the Brady bunch because that's what it looks like. You have little square boxes with everybody's face in them. Um, Once I learn to do that, maybe I can do a hangout where everybody comes in and hangs out with me for a while too, or just talk about whatever. So I'm watching my screen because my video is delayed. Bring people into Google Chat. I'll have to learn how to do that. Oh, you mean on the where you can when you got more than one person hanging in the hangout that you can actually hear and see. You know, it goes from say you got like 6 people, and I'm talking and I'm not talking, and I don't say anything, and then the next person starts saying something. It goes to their page, and you can see what they're doing and saying. Um, people can talk. No, I don't. I don't know. All I know is that it just like when we're in Chick Pickers or Sally, is that her name? Upside Down Picker. When I'm watching hers, I can see her, and I can see about 4 or 5 little boxes on the bottom, and then say Chick Picker talks. I think her name's Valerie too. I'm not sure. When she talks, the screen gets it goes to her page, it goes to her, and then if Sally starts talking, it goes back to Sally. It's just I don't know how to do that yet. So yep, that's Google Hangout and what that's called. I go on Chick Picker show and talk. Okay. So that's on the other screen that comes up when you hit like the because that's how I get into this. I'll go to the Google the live stream from you got YouTube, and then it opens up the Google Hangout with a little green quotation mark that just kind of dances around the screen. And to broadcast live, I do that, and then there's that chat on that side too. There's a chat there. Because that's what I was looking at. I didn't know you guys were all in the side chat on the YouTube channel today. I didn't know there was one. I mean, I knew there was one, but I didn't know how that worked if I did my own video. I get there. I'll learn it. It's a challenge. I love a good challenge. Might have not ended well for the computer if it don't cooperate, but I was like, my dog and I didn't let her out. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh yeah, now the video's froze again. Slow motion. That's funny. Way far behind because I haven't even gotten on here. I haven't gotten that. Never done 800 shows that have been better than me. I might try using my laptop next time I do it because that I can count on a little bit better than this thing. Um, I got Windows 10 on my laptop. This is probably 8, maybe. I don't know. I don't even remember. It might be 7 Vista. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't build this one. My brother-in-law built it for me for Christmas. So Teresa, my daughter, got it for me. I've had it for at least years or so, or longer, maybe. I don't know. Just on them, I think. I bet on the Google pages where you get people, they come there, and then when you go here, it shows up on there. Like I said, I've never done the Google Hang. I have never been on a show. I've been on shows to do with paranormal, but that was like through Skype and live stream and all that. We actually had like a 2 hour or an hour and a half talk show on live stream, the website live stream, where we would bring teams from all over and basically talk about paranormal and stuff like that. So, and I also did blog talk radio. I had a nice following for a radio show. It was called Toga Talk, All Things Paranormal, and I probably had a little over 100,000 listeners. So, but that was back in 2007. It's been 10 years. It's been a long time. 10, it might be longer than that. Um, like I said earlier, we still do paranormal investigating, but we don't do it like we used to. Because when I hit that depression mode, um, nothing to do with nothing. So, but I've come out of that. So, um, it needs help. I'm still watching it. It's funny how slow, or how far behind the video is as opposed to me talking now. Yep. I just told you what they were. They were 14. Slip-ons. Yeah, I might try using my laptop tomorrow, see how well that does, because it has a built-in camera. Because this thing's, I probably couldn't even sell it on eBay. There was also a website called Blog TV. At one time, my sister and I did every Wednesday, I think it was, just the two of us. Um, talking about the paranormal and our experiences and why we got into it together, and which that's a long story. And let's see, my oldest sister is our historical research person. Not bad for your first hangout. Yeah, I will. I've got a good pair of Turtle Beach, but the computer or the but they have this like really long cord. So because I know this thing isn't going to do wireless. My laptop, yes. So I'm going to make upgrades. I'm going to get some better stuff first so that I can do this. As I do want wireless stuff, I don't want to have to be working and tripping over a wire and cords. Bad enough, I got to plug my tablet into or my iPad in to do stuff. Don't even stand there and bark at me. If Miss High and Mighty is going to go outside. Oh, let's go. No, why couldn't you go out while I let him out? Really? Man. Oh, yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna get me some. I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna try to get me a set and all that good stuff for doing this. Just have to find a good one. Guess I'll be shopping on Amazon tonight. So Turtle Beach. I love Turtle Beach headgear. They got awesome headphones. So my dogs are barking at the neighbors. The neighbors are out in their yard, and the dogs are out there barking. They can't see them, but they can hear them shuffling around. All right, I'm gonna finish this listing here. Listen to them fools. They're fools. There you go. One starts it and the other one's glad of it. Alright. I'll be right back again. I'm gonna go. Such rats. Go away. Ain't nothing in there for you. Just keep on going. Nosy dog Tanner. He likes to steal. He will steal stuff out of here all the time, then he takes it back and guards it. God help you if you try to get it from him. You have to wait for him to forget about it, then you can go back and get it. He don't chew it up or nothing. He just lays on it. Get it from him. He's horrible. I just let him have it. Because I know he ain't going to chew nothing up. He likes to take my hats all the time. I leave my hat lay out there um, on my side table. He'll get it. He'll take off with it. A few more minutes and I'm going to have to get off here. Try to get one more draft road up. These are ready. Oh, not them. These. Tomorrow. 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 An easy Meslon. That sounds fancy. Meslon. We'll do. You'll see hot beach. High-tech beach. These are. Measuring. Blue. Size 15s. Oh, wait a minute. This is made in Japan. This size says Istanbul. Yeah, I got a Steeler dog. He's a little thief. My nephew was um, sitting up near like a step and then a sunken room. We have a sunken room. And he was sitting on that step because I was a kid. All those kids always sat there. He still does. He would sit on the step. We had $20 sticking out the side of his pocket, and Tanner, which is the min pin, he crawls over there on his belly and just with his teeth, he grabs that $20 and duck off with it. He's like, "Did you teach him to do that?" I was like, "Nope." It was funny. I went back and try to get it from him, and he's like, "Uh-uh." There's fine. I don't want to rip up the $20. You can have it. And then he forgot about it, and I finally was able to go back and get it, but still, it was funny. Let's see. There they be. I love when I can find something so quickly. These are. That's not them. Mm-mm. That can't be them. These are cat toes. Back. There. Cat toe. Talking to myself again. I'll do that quite often. This looks like them. There they are. Those are nice shoes. These bears sportsman maybe. They're awful soft. Those are nice. Let's see. Holy crap. Alright. General idea what they are. These are nice shoes. That's $150 shoes. Not being a big shoe too. It's huge. So let's see. I don't want to do a search. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here too. So I get this last set of shoes done here. So I'm gonna try to get back on tomorrow. I don't have the same crappy audio visual gear I'm using right now, so I am gonna get some new stuff. I have to get some new stuff. I get these shoes sold. Oh yeah. Yep. Paid a quarter for these shoes. They sell used for $8. And especially when you can do a sell one like this, it makes your drafting so much easier. So tomorrow, all I have to do is put those in clothes, and then I can go out and get another tote. Size 15. One, and shoes. They sell quickly. Shoes. See you later, fishing and picking, and hanging out with us. Okay, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down for the night, and I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with me on today and working and all that good stuff. So, like I said, I'll be back sometime tomorrow after everybody's done their shows. I will get on here and play around with it a little bit more, and so I will catch you all tomorrow. Y'all have a great evening, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Welcome. I'll see you tomorrow. Go out and find some good stuff. Get out there and get the money. I gotta figure out how to turn off. Because see, the computer did it for me last time. Bye, Charles. Come on. Be nice. I'm trying to leave. And now that I want to turn off, the computer's like, no. And I'm like, come 40 days. Gotta let technology. Just gotta let. Open up. There we go. Open up. It won't. Are you kidding me? I'm trying to stop it.